Well, hello my foodie friends and welcome back to my channel. As you can probably tell, I am dressed up as a 60s peace love child girl or whatever you want to call it, because we are doing another cooking through the decades video along with my good friends. Sorry. And today we are going to be making an iconic casserole that was really popular back in the 60s. My mom made it a lot for us in the 70s, and that is tuna noodle casserole. Now, normally people either love it or hate it, but I love it because it reminds me of my mom, and how she used to make it was always with the Campbell's cream of mushroom soup, which is how most people make it. And actually, cream of mushroom became super popular back then because people were making tuna noodle casseroles so much. But I'm gonna show you how to make a homemade version using a white sauce with sauteed mushrooms, celery, and onions. It's really easy, and I think it has a better flavor than the canned cream of mushroom soup. So along with me, there is gonna be the same people that took place in the 80s collaboration along with one other new person, and those are Lorelei with Cakes with Lorelei, Molly from Molly Cakes, Jim at Jim's Kitchen, Julie and Lucy from Brit Girls Go Stateside, Jessie from Fifth and Overland, and the new person joining us in this collaboration is Wendy from Simply Wendy. So I'm gonna link all their channels below. When you're done, I want you to go check them out because they're gonna have some fabulous recipes. So let's get cooking. Start by placing 1 tablespoon of butter in a pan. Now we're gonna add a half of a diced onion and 1 large celery stalk finely diced. We're gonna saute this for 2 to 3 minutes or until they get softened. After a minute or so, we're gonna add in 1 chopped garlic clove. It's been about 3 minutes and our onions are translucent and our celery has started to soften. Now we're gonna add in 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Along with 3 tablespoons of butter. Now just keep stirring this around until the butter melts and the flour is nicely mixed in. And now we're going to mix in 2 cups of chicken broth, and stir pretty vigorously because we don't want any lumps of flour. And now we're gonna add in 1 cup of half and half. And this is basically like making your own version of cream of mushroom soup, but it tastes a whole lot better. Now that it's nicely boiling, it's gotten pretty thick, and we're gonna add in a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. And you can turn off the heat and just let it melt in there. Now we're gonna let this cool off a little bit while we get our other ingredients ready. So let's assemble all our ingredients. You're gonna need 3 4-ounce cans of albacore white tuna, and then to that we're gonna add a 1/4 cup of roasted red pepper. Now you can buy it already roasted, or you can just take a pepper and roast it yourself and peel it, which is what I did. Then I took an 8-ounce package of sliced mushrooms and I sauteed them in about a half a tablespoon of butter till they were nicely browned. You can add those in. We're gonna add 1 cup of frozen peas, and you can leave them frozen because once this cooks in the oven, they're gonna cook just fine. And now we're gonna add 8 ounces of cooked noodles. Now I like to cook these al dente which means they still have a little bit of chew to them, because once these are cooking in the oven, they're gonna continue to get softer. And lastly, we're gonna pour in our sauce. We're just gonna toss everything together. Now this is a versatile recipe. If you don't like mushrooms, you can leave them out. If you don't want the roasted pepper, you can leave that out, but I think it adds a nice color to it. It's not like the normal thing to add pepper to it, but I do. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and put this in a greased casserole dish. I have my casserole dish greased. Now I'm pouring in the filling. And we're just gonna smooth it out evenly. And then I'm gonna top it with 1 cup of shredded cheddar cheese. Then I took 1 cup of panko breadcrumbs along with 2 tablespoons of melted butter, mix those together, and we're gonna sprinkle that over the top. Now I have my oven preheating at 375. This is gonna take 25 to 35 minutes or until the top is a nice golden brown and the edges are bubbling. So here it is all finished. Took 30 minutes at 375. It got nice and golden brown on top, nice crispy from the buttery panko breadcrumbs. So let's take a little serving and give it a try. Let's give this a try. It's hot, so. Brings me right back to my childhood, except don't tell my mom, but this is kind of better than hers. The sauce is so good. You don't get any of that artificial taste like you get with the canned soup. It's got that little bit hint of Parmesan cheese in there. The noodles are cooked perfectly. It really adds to it when you put that nice crunchy buttery panko on top. So if you like tuna noodle casserole, or even if you don't, give mine a try and you might end up liking it. So thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to hit that like button and don't forget to check out all the other channels that are on this playlist. So we will see you on the next video. Peace.